Hey, lovely humans. I was just listening to a We Can Do Hard Things podcast where they're talking about closure and if you can ever get closure from a family member who's passed or from a relationship that's ended. And I'm on my way to work, and there was a couple of things that really resonated that I wanted to chat about, and just different perspectives. So really, like, the consensus that they're coming to, actually haven't even finished the episode, is that closure is sort of like this fantasy we tell ourselves so that we can go through something and then wrap a bow around it and put it in a box and then not have to deal with it again. But living life really fully is about, I think, feeling and re-feeling and reprocessing to find new depth around the things that have happened to you. And Glennon says, I don't think I've ever actually gotten over anything that's happened to me. And at face value, you could say, like, oh, that sounds kind of crappy, like kind of like a negative thing. And it's not necessarily that she's sitting in resentment, but it's that she continues to, like, relive and reflect and think about and acknowledge that everything that's happened to her in her life continues to affect her. She is who she is because of all of the things that have happened to her. And I think with closure, when we lose somebody, whether they're dead or just not in our lives anymore, I think we have this hole in our heart and we want to just fill it and move on so it doesn't continue to cause us pain. That feels easier. Or we want an answer so we can have this mental clarity or this cognitive closure and then move on. But I really like the metaphor that Glennon brings up about how is it really about plugging the holes in our hearts? Because some of the best humans are the ones with Swiss cheese hearts. And a Swiss cheese heart is an open heart. A holy heart is an open heart. And the pain that you experience in your life, the traumas, the makeups, the breakups, it's all part of your journey to becoming your truest, most messy, beautiful, soft, authentic self. And I also talk about how the folks that tend to have a lower need for definitive closure tend to be the more creative types, the types that are more okay living with a bit of ambiguity around their life. Maybe I'll never truly know the reason why this didn't work out. Maybe I'll never truly know how this person died or whatever. But, because these are all things I can't control. And I think it's that release of control so that we can move towards acceptance that is really important. And the other thing they talk about is how closure is not something you can get from somebody else. As much as we'd like to think, and as much as people who've gone through breakups, if we want to reach out one more time to get a little more information, maybe then we'll have full closure. That closure you're only ever going to find within yourself. And I think that quote-unquote closure is really just accepting what's happened and learning to carry the pain and the loss with you. You'll never forget. You don't have to be bitter towards the person or the situation. You don't have to be resentful. If anything, I would be so grateful to have had this chance to live life more fully and have this experience. That sounds kind of wild and maybe a bit insensitive even for folks who've lost people. I mean, I've almost lost a sibling. But that, I always say, like, that a really awful experience was incredibly transformational for me. And yeah, I don't know, the whole cliche, the hard stuff is really what makes you and shapes you. And yeah, the whole diamonds are made under pressure. I don't know, it just, I think difficult things put life into perspective. And I don't know, I really feel like 2025 is going to be a year of centering myself, leaning into the relationships I have in my life and increasing the depth of them, continuing my gratitude practice, and just focusing on me. Like, I'm going to be doing a master's program, I'm going to be continuing to kill it at work, and I know now more than ever that my time and my energy is incredibly valuable, and I'm not willing to just toss it around willy-nilly. I'm seeking quality connections in my life, and that is an incredible, beautiful thing that I have struggled with my whole life. I've always felt like I need to be everything to everyone, and in these weeks that we're approaching the new year, I'm really feeling so much gratitude and pride in myself. And this has all come out of a major loss for me. And I don't think I'll ever get over it. I still get emotional when I talk about it. I'll still always have love for the people involved. And one of those people is me. And I think my love for myself has grown a lot. Yeah. Like, how do you get through something tough? Well, you lean on others, but also you learn to be there for yourself. And that builds so much confidence for yourself to know I can do hard things, and I am here for me, and I can get through it. I am resilient. I will come out even more beautifully scarred than before. All my marks and quirks make me that much more of a beautiful, messy, unique human. I become more and more human with every pain that I experience and move through and carry with me on this journey. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. I know that this episode was really great, and I'm going to keep listening to it, so I really encourage you to check out the We Can Do Hard Things podcast. If you've seen any of my videos, you'll know that I get inspired by that podcast quite a bit, and I'm really grateful that I was introduced to it. Alright, well, take care, folks. Have a wonderful day, and the sun is shining, and it's going to be a good day. Alright, bye.